baffling disappearance.
He just was going for a job interview, and he never came back.
A desert full of secrets.
He crossed the wrong man.
It's cliche to use the term someone married the mob, but that's what happened.
And an international manhunt that will test investigators like never before.
I can assure you there will never be another case like it.
When 33-year-old Gary Patterson left Waco, Texas for a job interview in El Paso, he thought it could be the start of an exciting new life.
He left a message on our answering machine that he was there, what time it was, you know, and he'd talk to us later.
But that call never comes. And the next day, Gary fails to show up on his return flight. 48 hours pass without word, and Gary's father panics.
If something kept him from coming back, he would have got in touch with us. I knew there was something bad wrong.
A preliminary investigation takes police back 2 weeks to the day when a stranger showed up at Gary's office.
He comes into the office early in the morning. He was very polite, had a very nice manner about him.
The man, real estate developer Ned Wright, said he represented a Fortune 500 company looking to partner up on a multi-million-dollar project.
They were going to develop some property with modular homes here.
Ned Wright gave a specific location, gave information about the bank that he planned to use, presented himself as a very plausible and credible person who was going to develop a piece of property in Waco. Upon leaving, he asked to meet all the employees who might be here.
Nice to meet you, sir. Thank you. Ned Wright.
So the engineer took the man through the office, letting him shake hands with various people working there. And of course, one of the persons he met was Gary Patterson.
Employees were anxious to get started on Wright's lucrative project. But a few days later, the deal fell through.
His bank wanted to go with a bigger company, so he would not be needing our services. As far as we knew at that time, the matter had been closed.
But investigators learned that something strange happened just a few days later.
Ned Wright calls the office, calling himself a different name, making an attempt to disguise his voice, but he doesn't ask to speak to the engineer. Instead, he's asking to talk to Gary.
On the hush-hush, Wright offered the young draftsman a new job.
It was going to be a better position, a higher salary, and more lucrative for him.
This was a tremendous opportunity. Gary said, this guy keeps calling me, you know, and it sounds like a good deal.
Before Wright could finalize the offer, he needed the single father to fly to an interview in El Paso, 600 miles away.
Tells him that the CEO likes him, that he'll be heading up the operation.
Hi, honey.
I said, whatever you do, don't give them any money. It sounded like a scam to me, you know. He said, Dad, if I don't go check this out, I'll always wonder what I turned down.
2 days after Gary disappeared, Waco police launch a missing persons investigation.
I needed to find out more about the guy that had visited his business to offer him the job.
But none of Gary's co-workers know how to reach the mysterious Ned Wright.
They had no telephone numbers to call back. They didn't have any paperwork from him. They had no identification from him. They had really nothing.
The witnesses describe him as a white male, probably 50 years of age, 5'8", 180 to 200 pounds.
That description isn't going to bring Gary home, and concern quickly turns into dread.